Hello, as Susan said, I'm Nicole Butler, and I am a parent of two children who go here to Waldorf. And I'm also a teacher and have worked with children with special needs. This is my son.
My name is Quinns Butler. I've gone to the Awesome Waldorf School for 13 years. I'm in 11th grade now, and I'm 16 years old.
Quinn experienced the dyslexia treatment with Dr. Books over a period of 3 weeks, and so we're briefly going to tell you a little bit about his and my experiences. And just to give you some background, Quinn had years of tutors and assessments and lots of help from teachers, and he struggled a lot, even with all that help. And reading was actually one of Quinn's strong suits. It has been from 3rd grade on. And because of this, we never thought he was dyslexic. But it turns out that these challenges that he has fit somewhere on the dyslexic spectrum, but we didn't know it at the time. And Quinn could read the information, but he had a hard time putting his thoughts into words, and especially putting his thoughts on paper. Writing papers was really difficult. And spelling was also an issue, big issue. And he also had difficulty managing his time. He had poor memory for sequencing, for learning information that was not experienced, like rote information. He would hear it, and within 20 minutes, that information would be gone, and that's a whole lot of learning. And he also had test anxiety that was so huge that when we took him to a psychologist and she assessed him, he has some test phobia. I don't know what the word is, some official test phobia word. And math, that was hard. Math was really hard. So because he read well, but he had problems in math and other areas, we just didn't think he was dyslexic. So it was painful for us to watch Quinn struggle for years and work so hard. And yet Quinn was talented and is talented in art and drama. He has a strong sense of justice. He always does his homework without complaining, or almost always. I mean, it's pretty impressive. Year after year, he just does his homework, which I don't know if I would be that kind about it. And overall, he's been a pleasure to be with. Yet these challenges has caused a lot of emotional pain and academic challenge. Last year, something occurred that got us seeking help yet again. We were in the car, and Quinn asked me how far away July was. And I asked him, or I told him to just, well, count the months of the year, how far away it is. And he couldn't do it. And he's 16 years old. At that time, he was 16 even. And he tried to count them, and he didn't know the sequencing of the months. He kept missing out months. He kept trying it over and over. And then there's his 10-year-old sister in the back seat going, come on, Quinn. It was very emotional. And I thought, we really need to seek out more help. And so my friend, Rosita, and she had sent her son to see Dr. Books, and she told me about her. And we went, and he got into the reversing dyslexia research study that she was putting on. And we were so fortunate enough that he got in, and on the 5th day, something very significant happened.
She asked me to say the months of the year again, and I said them all without any mistakes.
It was a big moment. It was a very big moment. Also, at the time, he had been doing this typing program that Waldorf High School students do. And it had taken him 2 years to accomplish 2 levels. That was all he was able to accomplish in 2 levels. And
during the study, I completed the final 11 levels in 5 days.
So 11 levels in 5 days, and it had taken him 2 years to do 2 levels. So we didn't know what was going on with his brain, but we knew something was going on with his brain. And what did the months of the year and the typing, what did that represent that we still don't know, but it worked. And then from there on, it was like dominoes. Every day, new things were occurring. Quinn would get in the car with a smile on his face and announce something every single day. Things like,
I'm going to take more responsibility for my actions.
every parent loves to hear that.
I'm going to be more positive. Let's see. Mom,
Yes.
in the mornings, I'm going to try to be less grumpy.
It was pretty good. It worked for a while. He started to work on it a little bit more, but he has been pretty not very grumpy. So Quinn's self-realization, like we take him in for academic reasons, and all of a sudden this, like he's analyzing himself and looking at himself and going, this behavior is not working very well for me. I'm going to change it without judging himself. It was from this observational point of view. He would see it and then change it. And if he would say a negative statement, because remember he said, I'm going to be more positive. If he would say a negative statement, he'd go, oh, that was negative. I'm going to turn it to a positive. And he would rephrase it to a positive statement. Without like this emotional stuff around, he would just do it. So this is part of his emotional state shifted very, very drastically.
And before all this, in 8th grade and 9th grade, I felt extremely dumb because seeing all the other kids just totally surpass me and the stuff I was having problems in, I felt really dumb and embarrassed. And then in 10th grade, I don't remember feeling anything, so I think it just kind of shut down on my feelings. And the whole time I was accumulating stress slowly. And when I went into the study, then if you consider the stress kind of like a coat, then I could see all that stress and I didn't need it, so I could take it off. And socially, with my friends, if you kind of think of them, me and my friends as cogs or wheels, they were fitting, but it wasn't turning, so I needed oil. And yet again, the dyslexic study helped me, and it was kind of like my oil, so then it could move. So everything's just easier with my friends now. And I also used to try so hard, and that's not a bad thing, but it was that I was trying so hard without having any fun in life, and you always need a balance. So it was all just serious business, no play, just work. And after the study, I saw that I was wrong, and now I can actually have fun.
So much fun, in fact, that last week he was doing homework, math homework, with ease and joy, which I didn't realize that could happen for him. And he was cracking jokes during math homework. And when he would notice that he made mistakes in math, he went, oh, I made a mistake. He'd go back, correct it, and then continue on. I was amazed. And so I knew all of these qualities were already there within Quinn, but I don't know how this stuff works. He like couldn't access it, or the brain wasn't, what did you say before? The brain wasn't
Connecting.
Yeah, parts of the brain wasn't connecting or something. And we are just so pleased with the treatment. And how do you feel overall?
Overall, I'm just happier. I feel better about myself, and I guess I kind of feel more like myself, who I really am.
I'm going to end on that. I thought that was great.